All right, I'm going to share with you this fun love rock design. Now you can check it out here above. There's a few spots that I'm going to really slow it down and talk to you in this tutorial. One of those part is going to be the blending and the other part is going to be with the shadow. For now, we're just blocking out our letters. You saw how you can kind of use your letters at the beginning to go around if you need help making that bubble letter look. Get it on your rock and get down one coat of your paint colors down on your letters, then let all of those dry. Once your letters are dry on the first layer, you're going to come back and add a second layer of your first two colors, and then you're going to come back in with a paintbrush. Now this paintbrush is not wet and it's not dry. It's just enough water on there. You can put it in the water and dry it back off on a paper towel or a washcloth. And we are just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing to get those colors to blend together. Now this part is in real time right now. I am just dab, dab, dabbing. And then once you get that color starting to blend, you can work up slightly and then down slightly. So I'm going to speed it back up so you can see you can go across the whole row here at the same time. And we're just going to dab all the way across, get that fluid. It takes quite a bit of dabbing before it starts to look like it's doing something. Just keep going, okay? I'm also doing the exact same technique to marry together the teal and the blue along the bottom here. Then we are going to go through and give everything a crisp black outline, and then we're going to talk about the shadow. Now you're going to see here I'm putting guidelines on my paper. All the lines coming off of my letters are going to follow this exact same angle. So I am going to follow those lines to the edge of each one of my letters. See, I'm just making sure that they're parallel with those guidelines that I created up and to the right. And that is the way that we're going to create this drop shadow. So anywhere where it would connect and you'd see it, you're going to give yourself a little line, and then you're going to follow the outline of your letter to create that drop shadow. Now I'm going to do this across all the shapes and all the letters. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because there's quite a few things on here. I am going to point out a couple things like the V. I didn't like how thick the V was, so instead of bumping the shadow all the way to the right, I'm actually pulling the shadow back onto the V just a little bit. I also do something similar with the with the L, because the point was going to cover the whole of the O, and so I'm actually going to push the shadow back onto the letter a little bit, but I'm still following that same angle. Now the angle of that is actually pretty close to the top of the L, so you're not going to have the shadow going all the way across the top of the L. So just follow those angles the best that you can. It's going to look fabulous. Here are a few others that I did years ago using the same exact tutorial. So I hope you love this tutorial, pun intended. Let me know what word you're going to make in the comments below.